Hi everyone, it's Linnea. Today I'm using the new My Sweet Petunia stamp set with the My Sweet Petunia stencils to create a slimline card that's going to have just ink layering. I'm not going to be using the coordinating stamp set for this one, just the ink layering stencils. So let's start out here. I am going to kind of create two of these floral images on the slimline card. So I'm starting with some Trinity Teal Atelier ink, and I'm just going to ink up that first layer. There's little cutout numbers, so this one has the number 1 down in the bottom right hand corner. So I put that right on, and then I'm going to switch over to the second stencil. These are really easy to line up. I'm just making sure that the edges match up. I'll use a little bit of tape to hold this in place, and then I'm going to ink blend over this with Peacock Blue. Really, really easy, so simple to create beautiful layered floral images. And you can use these stencils, like I said, I'm not going to be using them with the stamp set, so you can use them on their own. You can even, if you really prefer to color, then you can use the My Sweet Petunia stamp set and color that in. I just find it super easy to use these coordinating stencils to add some color. I'm going to go ahead and just go on to my third layer stencil. Again, remember that there's the little cutout numbers at the bottom right hand corner of each of these stencils. I'll line this up, and then I'm going to go ahead and ink blend with Goddess Green ink. Just taping that in place so that it doesn't shift too much on me. I'll ink blend over this, and when I remove this, you're going to see this pretty My Sweet Petunia cluster of florals all inked up and super pretty and ready to go. Now the coordinating My Sweet Petunia stamp set does have that outer lined image that you can line up and stamp over top of it, but you definitely don't have to. I'm going to offset this, or kind of shift this a little bit up into the top right hand corner so it looks like there's a cluster coming in from the bottom left and then again from the top right. I'm ink blending this time with my Sweet Petunia pink ink, but because I didn't clean my stencil really well, I'm pulling in some of that Trinity Teal Atelier ink, and I'm getting this pretty, almost like a magenta color. It's really pretty, and so I decided to see if I could get that same effect again, so I'm bringing in that second stencil that I had just easily wiped clean with the Peacock Blue ink. And I'm going to come in with the Marilyn Red ink, and it's going to create kind of like a plum color, I guess you could say. It's so pretty the way that that red and the blue Atelier inks mix. I'll bring in that third stencil and use the Goddess Green ink once again just to finish off those florals. I have a stencil here that I am going to ink blend over using the Blackout Hybrid Detail ink just to add some dot detail in between the flowers and kind of cover up some of that extra white space. You could definitely mask off these petunia floral clusters relatively easily, but I didn't take the time to do that. I'm just using a fingertip blender brush and just going in between. I die cut a quick hello sentiment from both black and white cardstock, stacked them together and offset them a little bit to create kind of like a drop shadow, and then I'm going to place that in the center of my card. I thought that this would be finished here, but I decided to go ahead and create some layers for my card just to bring some more interest. So I'm going to mat this on both white and black cardstock. And then I'm also going to be covering up the hello sentiment that I've die cut with liquid pixie dust. I like to keep my liquid pixie dust in a fine tip water brush that is sold in the Ink on 3 store. This is just straight liquid pixie dust, but you can mix it with water if you want to. I don't like to because that way it doesn't mess with any of my inking mediums. It's just easy to keep it in the brush just as it comes from the bottle. So here we go. This is my finished card. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!